drink. Somebody pour me a drink. Yeah, somebody pour me a drink. Hey, yes sir, pour me a drink. I'm on it, buddy. Pour me a drink.
What a night to be in virtual Banana Land. We get to see the Texas Tailgaters battle the Savannah Bananas for the first time in what will also be the Tailgaters' first ever game in a big league stadium. We bring you game 45 of the 2025 Banana Ball World Tour from Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ohio. Over 42,000 fans on hand with us for this historic affair tonight as we welcome you inside the booth with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala. Happy Big Tiger Friday. Thank you for spending it with us here in virtual Banana Land. What a night for Joe Mikulik and his Tailgaters. Just 6 games. This will be the 6th game in Tailgaters history. They get over 42,000 fans.
And look, I think this team has already shown that they can play some ball. Now, they have a 1-4 record into this season, but they have been able to hit the ball very well. And right now for the Savannah Bananas, pitching has been the strong suit. That's what helped them go 4-0 against the Firefighters. So right now you've got a little power on power. Big Tailgaters offense, great Bananas pitching. We'll see which one is the better tonight.
Speaking of that Tailgaters offense, let's take a look at some of the stars early on what will be a 33-game tour for them. How about Nick Lopez and Zach Watson? Scorching hot coming out the gates. Now, Brett Carson has been a two-way superstar, incredible with the arm and providing some juice with the bat with those 4 runs driven in.
And I think just looking through the scouting reports early, it made sense that these guys were going to be great players for the Tailgaters early on. Watson, a former Baltimore Orioles draft pick. Nick Lopez, a second-team All-American with Kentucky last season. And for Brett Carson, he's two-waying and doing it very successfully, leading the team with 7 strikeouts on the pitcher's mound, but he's got 4 runs in batting, and he's going to be the designated hitter and in the cleanup hole tonight for the Tailgaters.
For more on this impressive Texas Tailgater squad, let's get it on down to our Cowboy correspondent, Brett Loftus.
Joe Mikulik, looking at these first 2 weekends, I mean, there's really 3 guys that have been going crazy. Brett Carson, Zach Watson, and our main man, Nick Lopez. Tell us about those guys.
Not only those three have been electric. They're energized. They're great players, but everybody here is ready to go. We're ready to get the Bananas. We're about ready. We worked hard for this. We're ready to go.
You see these guys get electric. We're on a Bananas television tonight. Tell the Bananas fans why they should like us.
These guys, we are the Texas Tailgaters. We're ready for the night. It's unbelievable. Look at these guys. We're ready to go. It's our brotherhood. It's our brotherhood. Let's go.
Gator up, Mika and Josh.
Gator up, Brett. The energy is contagious. The love on this Tailgaters squad. I mean, this is a locker room that is just filled with so much juice. And talking to a bunch of the Cats down there across this weekend, they are just so happy to have each and one of their guys in the lockers next to each other on their squad.
I mean, the word that continued to get thrown around was energy amongst the Texas Tailgaters, and you can tell from head coach Joe Mikulik, he's got a lot of energy himself, and they've given him rave reviews so far about the leadership and just the spirit that he embodies for this team. He has spent a lot of time in minor league ball throughout his career. Now is making a major league debut of sorts for himself, and I know this was the dream of many a Texas Tailgater, and I know that they're going to be just as scrappy here in Great American Ballpark as they were in Albuquerque and Reno against the Party Animals.
As you can see, Jesse Cole announcing the cast and crew in front of the folks here in Great American Ballpark while they parade on by home plate. Let's take a look at our starting pitching matchup here tonight. Andrew Mann, who was stupendous as a visitor last year, gets the ball from the get-go for the Tailgaters, and Danny Hosley, one of the best pitchers in Banana Ball history, with a 4th straight start now for the Bananas.
Well, it feels like early on this season, Andrew Mann is who the Tailgaters expect to be their ace this season. With the visitors a year ago, pitching on Banana Ball's developmental team, he had 5 or he had 3 1/3 innings and did not allow or 5 innings and did not allow a hit in that span for the visitors. Also threw a 1 minute and 19-second inning against the Savannah Bananas. And meanwhile, Danny Hosley has 2 wins across his first 3 starts this season and has still not allowed an earned run in a major league ballpark in his banana ball career. Unreal.
Yeah, Hosley was nearly perfect in his 2 starts against the Firefighters. 4 innings, no runs, 2 points earned. Got the W in each of those games, not just for the team, for himself as well. And then he got a little football stadiumed last weekend. 3 home runs in Charlotte allowed against the Party Animals. He gets to face this fearsome Texas Tailgaters lineup for the first battle between these 2 teams in banana ball history. The fans about to get moving and grooving. Jesse Cole on the mic. We'll hand it on down to Big Yellow.
The fans to get ready. So we need this sold-out crowd here in Cincinnati. On your feet. Everybody on your feet. Because it is now time for the fan warm-up. So please welcome to the field 6-year-old Jovi. Here she comes. Good energy, Jovi. All right, Jovi, this is very important. We have to get this crowd fired up. So whatever you do, they're gonna do. But are you ready to bring it?
Yes.
All right, Jovi, we're gonna try one more time. Are you ready to bring it?
Yes.
All right, whatever she does, you do. Here we go. Good job, Jovi, good start. Oh, I like this. That's kind of a fun sway. I haven't seen that one, but I like it. What is happening? Oh, a little Pulp Fiction? How do you know that? What is happening? Oh, all right. We're raising the roof a little bit. I like it, Jovi. Keep it going. Oh, we're snorkeling. All right, we're swimming. Oh, no. Jumping jacks! Fun jumping jacks! Loving jumping jacks! All right, keep it clapping. Jovi, look around. Everyone going crazy for you. Let's hear it for 6-year-old Jovi!
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and potassium enthusiasts from around the world. Tonight, you and thousands of your friends here live, and millions more watching at home, have gathered here to witness something beyond your wildest imagination. From Montana to Savannah, from the Isle of Man to Tokyo, Japan, the Banana Maniacs come from across the globe to witness this. This is not baseball. This is the Crucible, where the fastest, hungriest, and most entertaining players are forged. It's a game of the fans, by the fans, and for the fans. But this is not your granddad's pastime. This is not just another night at the ballpark. This game is baseball by birth, fruit by name, and an absolute worldwide phenomenon by the grace of God. This is the time for all 42,000 people here in the great American ballpark to get on your feet and give me your voices. Because this is the greatest show in the sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Banana Ball!
Let's meet the starting lineup for your Savannah Bananas. Leading off in center field, number 5, DR the Doc Meadow. At third base, wearing number 4, Kyle K.J. Jackson. Batting third at DH, number 19, Dan O'Purse. In the cleanup spot, the left fielder number 15, we call him Robert Anthony Cruz. Batting fifth in right field, number 2, Reese Superman Alexiadis. Batting sixth at shortstop, wearing number 6, he's our glove magician, Ryan Cox. At first base, number 11, Correll Prime. The extra hitter, wearing number 7, Ty to Fly Jackson. The catcher, number 1, he is the captain, baby, Bill Leroy. And at second base, number 8, our greatest showman, Jackson Olsen. On the mound for your Bananas tonight, number 18, Danny Do-It-All Hosley. Your Savannah Bananas are led by Tyler Gillum, assisted by Adam Virant, Eric Fox, and Reggie Horton.
There it is. You've got the Savannah Bananas lineup. We'll have the Texas Tailgaters lineup that is hitting against Danny Hosley just around the corner. What a night in Great American Ballpark. Before we get to the action, we've got to get to the Banana Ball rules.
The name of the game is Banana Ball, and this is the fastest, most entertaining game in sports. Rule number 1, win the inning, win the point. If you score the most runs in an inning, you get a point. The most points win the game. But in the last inning of Banana Ball, every run counts as a point. Rule number 2, there is a 2-hour time limit. No new inning can start when the clock hits 0. Rule number 3, if you step out of the batter's box, it is a strike. Rule number 4, no bunting. If you bunt, you're thrown out of the game. Rule number 5, batters can steal first. Rule number 6, no walks allowed. It becomes a ball 4 sprint until every position player touches the ball. Rule number 7, no mound visits. Nope. Rule number 8, if a fan catches a foul ball, it is an out. In Banana Ball, everything's in play, so you better be ready. Rule number 9, the showdown tiebreaker. If the game is tied at the end of 9 innings, or when time expires, it is pitcher versus hitter with 1 fielder, and the hitter has to score. Rule number 10, the Banana Ball challenge rule. You, the fans, have the opportunity to challenge a ruling on the field. Rule number 11, the golden batter rule. A team can send up any batter to hit in any spot in the lineup. This is guaranteeing the best possible matchup at the end of the game when it matters most. These are the official rules of Banana Ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah G.
You are watching Game 45 of the 2025 Banana Ball World Tour. The Tailgaters and Bananas kick lining it. The Tailgaters for the first time. They were swag surfing in Albuquerque and Reno. Now they kick it like the Rockettes. Could hardly know it's their first time playing in a big league ballpark. These boys are ready for the moment. Let's take a look at the Nanners' defensive alignment. Stars all over the field as per usual for the marquee team here in Banana Land. Left to right in the outfield, Robert Anthony Cruz, D.R. Meadows, and Reese Alexiadis. Third to first in the infield with Kyle Jack and Rickson Olsen and Correll Prime, while Bill Leroy is behind the dish.
And it's a really solid defensive alignment tonight for the Bananas. Robert Anthony Cruz has 23 trick plays, 20 of them have been rack flips this season, and we can't forget about what Kyle Jackson has accomplished over at the hot corner for the Bananas, pacing all rookies with those 43 trick plays you see on your screen.
And this Tailgater squad, it's been a little iffy when it comes to the pitching. There has been nothing iffy about this starting lineup. Holy moly, these boys can hit. Marcos Castillo making a home for himself in the leadoff spot. Then Nick Lopez and Taj Porter with Brett Carson, the two-way phenomenon in the cleanup spot. Then Zach Watson, Mac Danford, and Indiana Stanley, followed by Travis Munoz, Jonathan Luters, and Jordan Hussein to round it out.
Looking at this lineup, the first 8 hitters are extremely dangerous, and then you've got Luters and Hussein who have a great base ability. This lineup is going to be very dangerous. It's really a question of who's going to jump start it first. I would definitely put a good bet on Nick Lopez in the 2-hole tonight.
It's a tough task for this Tailgater squad. They face off against Danny Hosley. It's a 2-pitcher list when you're talking about the best of the best to ever hurl it in banana ball, and Hosley is right there with Drew Gillespie.
He's making his 4th start of 2025, has a 5-5 record, but is 2-0 as a starting pitcher, and he has 12 innings pitched, no runs allowed, only 1 sprint, and 11 strikeouts in his career pitching in major league ballparks. He has been phenomenal and has averaged 3 outs in 3 minutes and 14 seconds in that span. Hosley also enters this ballgame leading the World Tour with 33 strikeouts.
Hosley's always lived for the big moment. Guy you can put anywhere in the field. I'd wager he'll be in the lineup tomorrow night. He went 2 innings each of his outings against the Firefighters. Let's get it on down to Jesse Cole. Time to start the clock.
Banana Nation, it is time. On 3, we need everyone here to yell, start the clock. 1, 2, 3. Showtime.
Showtime indeed, Jess. Hosley stretched into the 3rd inning against the Party Animals last Friday night in Bank of America Stadium, home of the Charlotte Panthers. It ended up being an ugly 3rd for him. Looking to bounce back against the Tailgaters. Fastball behind the keister of Marcos Castillo, the center fielder, has had a remarkable beginning to his young banana ball career, pacing the team with his 5 trick plays defensively. But as you can see by the numbers on the bottom of your screen, swinging an excellent stick, 5 for 16, a homer and a double.
And with 5 runs batted in as well out of the cleanup hole, he's capable of playing all 3 outfield positions for this Tailgaters team. And believe it or not, this isn't even his very first year in banana ball, as he played with the Florence Yalls back in 2023.
Swinging 3-0, nice snag. Looked like Travis Munoz down there in the Tailgaters dugout. 3-1 now. Poke the opposite way. Prime and Alexiadis, a long run each. It's going to sneak into the stands, caught cleanly by a fan. What a snag. And the first Texas Tailgaters versus Savannah Bananas game in banana ball history starts with a foul out to that young lady.
It is shades of Kansas City when we saw the firefighter season start against the Savannah Bananas with the foul out to a fan. Now it happens to Marcos Castillo and the Texas Tailgaters, and you could tell the reaction from Reese Alexiadis. That was a clean catch and an exciting one at that.
An ugly swing and a miss from Nick Lopez on the Vulcan changeup. Not the location Hosley wanted, but the pitch deceptive enough to get a whiff. On a couple hops, backhanded by Prime. He'll grab the trick play and flips it on to Hosley. A couple quick outs to kick us off.
Well, this is what's going to be really interesting to monitor early in the ball game. Hosley and the Bananas got through a lot of easy innings because the Firefighters were overly aggressive against them. It's going to be interesting with the Tailgaters facing off against them for the first time to see how patient and disciplined they decide to approach these first couple of plate appearances.
Now Taj Porter, guy with plenty of Danny Hosley experience, giving the fans another chance. Not caught. Porter was superb in his first banana ball season. A party animal a year ago. Big part of that backstop tandem with Dalton Cornett and Bronson Ballholm.
Actually led all party animals in 2024 in starts behind the dish, while throwing out 25% of base runners. He was incredible defensively. He's trying to build offensively here with the Tailgaters and doing a pretty good job of that so far.
The Vulcan changeup evens up the count. 2-2 now. And it runs full. Bill loses the glove, but blocks the ball is the important part. Just to finish up on Taj last year. So sturdy behind the dish. 355 on base percentage as well. And able to fight that one off. Look out, folks. The Reds' terrific grounds crew have been battling pretty heavy rain throughout the day today. I'll have to duck and run. Taj says, my bad, boys. We'll get another payoff. Swing and a miss. The changeup is deadly. And a 1-2-3 top of the first for Danny Hosley.
3 minutes and 36 seconds for Danny Hosley. And a big strikeout on the Vulcan changeup. 3 up, 3 down, and with help from a foul out to a fan.
That's how it all started, a 3-0 count to start Hosley's evening. And then the foul out to a fan turned everything around. Here's how the Tailgaters align defensively. Left to right in the outfield, it's Watson, Castillo, and Stanley. Third to first in the infield, you see Munyo, Hussein, Luders, and Danford with Taj behind the dish.
Well, the duo up the middle, Hussein and Luders, both have 4 trick plays this season. They've been pretty incredible defensively, and you've got to watch out for Marcos Castillo, who's starting to make the tornado catch a regular part of his trick play arsenal. And don't forget about Indiana Stanley, still seeking his very first career trick play.
Hosley did his job. Now he has given his lineup a golden opportunity to earn the first point tonight. They're going to have to do it against Andrew Mann, who is really making a home for himself, being the opening night starter for this Tailgater squad.
He has an 0-1 record this season, making his 3rd start for this Tailgater squad. He did not allow a single hit with the Visitors. Banana Ball's developmental team last year has allowed 8 through 3 1/3 innings, but he's a very quick worker out on the pitcher's mound. Had a 1 minute and 19-second inning against the Bananas last year with the Visitors. And something that also shouldn't be overlooked with Mr. Mann, he's got a T in the chest hair behind that jersey that you just don't want to miss out on.
It's really something. For anybody who was not with us on the pregame show, here's a reminder of what the Bananas lineup looks like. DR at the top, then KJ, Danny O, and Rack cleaning it up, followed by Super Reese, Cox, Prime, Taitu Fly, Leroy, and Olsen to round it out.
Well, this ballpark very friendly to righties and lefties, but I'm looking at Dan Oberst tonight. 5 of his last 11 hits have left the yard, and that should fare well for him in Great American Ballpark.
DR loves swinging at the first pitch. He gives the fans a chance. It clangs off the balcony of the second deck. Pretty uncatchable unless anybody brought a fishing net, which DR, Stilts, a lot of the guys on the Banana side would certainly love to see. That one just misses the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike on the Nanners' team leader in batting average. The Doctor hitting .361. Good job by Mann to even up the count.
Yeah, DR currently on a 4-game hitting streak, and impressively enough has batted .435 in road games here in 2025.
Count runs full. Man out of Tampa, Florida. Funky guy on the bump. Goes to the fastball. That one struck well by DR on the run, and not able to make the snag is Zach Watson. DR thinking about 3. He'll slam the brakes at second. And the inning-winning run in scoring position. David Ray doing his job, as per usual.
Well, that's where running into the full count can get you burned in Banana Ball. Watson and the rest of his outfielders were all shifted in, expecting a possible ball 4 sprint. They're coming to DR Meadows. Instead puts a good swing on a ball, gets it over the head of Watson, and now Kyle Jackson, back in his home state, launches this one over the head of Indy Stanley, and 2 batters in, the Bananas claim the first point.
KJ lives for these moments. He wasted no time. An ambush on the first offering he got from Man. He plays Pepper with the wall in right center. And that is how tough life can be for the visiting team in Banana Ball. Back-to-back doubles from DR and KJ. And just like that, the Nanners are up 1-0. As we head to the second, let's talk about some Banana Ball basics. And what a wonderful experiment Banana Ball in football stadiums was this year. 5 stupendous games, finishing up with the 2 in Charlotte last weekend. Here are the numbers behind this brand new adventure for all of us. Over 364,000 fans got to see Banana Ball across these 5 games. There were 36 home runs, which is way above average when it comes to the tour. The funky dimensions definitely a big part of that. 9 foul-outs to fans, and in the end, the Nanners eke out the Animals by 1 game.
Yeah, even though they lost the season series to the Party Animals on night 2 in Charlotte, they were better than the Animals in football stadiums this season. And for all of our math aficionados, 36 home runs, that is an average of over 7 home runs per game in football stadiums this year. And that Charlotte series was really just phenomenal. Well worth the 2 games.
It was 1 game apiece in Tampa, Clemson, and Nashville. And the demand was so intense in Charlotte. North Carolina has always been a wonderful state for Banana Ball that we said, hey, let's play 2. A little Ernie Banks in us. Swing and a miss from Brett Carson. He gets started out with a Vulcan changeup. That thing is dancing here tonight. Hosley set down all 3 he faced in the first in order. The changeup was the main weapon of choice in that regard, and now ahead of the cleanup man, Brett Carson, 0-2. Zach Watson on deck, and the powerful Mac Danford in the hole. Healthy cut on the 0-2 by Carson.
This is a really fun greeting for Brett Carson when it comes to facing off against the Savannah Bananas. He's an aspiring 2-way star and facing off against the best we have ever seen in Banana Ball. Carson coming off some really stupendous seasons at Marietta College and then in independent ball, and he's got the first Tailgaters knock against the Savannah Bananas, a single into right center field.
Excellent piece of 2-strike hitting. 5th knock of the tour for Carson here in his 6th game played. And Zach Watson is off to one of the more torrid starts to a season we've seen in Banana Ball history. Destroys this ball foul. That would have been an insane play by a fan. The former Orioles minor leaguer, 10 for 18 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. His OPS is over 1.6. It's mind-boggling. The talent was always there, and he was a very sturdy ball player across 17 games played out of the 19 the Firefighters had on the docket last year.
Posted an 84 OPS plus with the Firefighters. It felt slightly underwhelming, but Watson is really starting to come into his own in Banana Ball and already has more runs batted in this season in 5 games than he had in 19 last season.
The Vulcan changeup claims its 2nd victim of the ball game. Watson whiffs on it. And big first out for Hosley here in the 2nd. Now the big boy digs in. Mac Danford holding down first base. Prolific power. Really impressive seeing him launch balls all over and way out of Grayson Stadium across the prime season. He took Drew Gillespie dead center in an effort of earning a cycle across his first 2 games of his Banana Ball career, the quickest we've ever seen anybody do it.
And let's not forget that home run launched to dead center, first in Tailgaters history. And now Danford ahead in the count 2-0 has a 2nd single in the inning for Texas.
That ball was struck well. No surprise from Danford. He's now 7 for 19 on the tour. And 2 on with 1 down for Indiana Stanley. A visitor a year ago, and a guy who feels like he was born to be in Banana Land. Showed that across the 2022 season when he was a very key part of the Bananas going back-to-back in the CPL. Tries to hold up. Vincent Chapman says he went around himself. Didn't even ask for help from Cal Ullman, the first base umpire. Stanley able to hold off on another Vulcan changeup. 2-2 count. And he runs it full. Oh boy, look at this. We got a pickle between first and second. No, that's gonna be ball 4. Confusion all over the place. Hosley and Bale had 3 balls. 2 runs are gonna score. Stanley's gonna get to third. All of the Bananas are saying that was ball 3.
That was ball 3.
That's why they're saying it. Vincent Chapman lost the count, and now Tyler Gillum's gonna come out and chat with him. Vincent's gonna have to bring the umpires together. Yeah,
that was 3 balls.
Vincent is gonna send the runners back to where they should be. Tailgaters head coach Joe Mikulik, famous for his many, we'll call them spirited ejections across 29 years of coaching in minor league baseball, 21 of them as a manager after an 11-year minor league baseball playing career. Oh man, I don't think you could have found a better leader for the Tailgaters in this great world of ours.
Well, you could see Mac Danford even getting a laugh at Mikulik's antics going back to first base as Hosley and the Bananas ready for a payoff pitch to Indiana Stanley.
The count is full, folks. Here we go. Skied behind home plate. Leroy getting rid of the mask and doesn't have enough room. That one just sneaks into the stands. Intimate moment for the fans with the 8-year Banana.
Yeah, you see Bill Little upset with the net being there. I think also giving the fans a little gruff, asking them why they couldn't have caught another in back-to-back frames.
I think so. That would have been a tough snag. They also have to contend with that net. That thing was hit a mile high. Another payoff pitch with 2 on and 1 down. And that's ball 4. What a battle by Indiana Stanley. He will earn a stake for his efforts. And he's looking for 2 bases. He's gonna earn them. Indiana Stanley. He has always been a guy that pushes the envelope on the base paths. A graduate of Tyler Gillum's Greenlight Special Base Running System. And before all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher for the Bananas can touch the ball, he's able to grab second base. So 2 in scoring position. And Travis Munoz steps in. Big swing and a miss on the fastball. Tried to check his swing. Vincent Chapman says he went around. Once again does not ask for help at first. And Munoz showing off the switch hitting abilities. Back to the left-handed batter's box. Does not bite on the Vulcan change.
We saw him try this switch hitting approach last season with the visitors, and Munoz in his first at-bat doing that very thing collected a double against the Savannah Bananas.
Former Chicago White Sox minor leaguer, a visitor last year. Wildly talented ball player. Has the infield in. Another 1-2. And he spoils another. Well-executed fastball. Munoz able to stay alive.
Well, we kind of mentioned at the top of the show, it'd be interesting to see the plate approach from the Tailgaters early in this ball game. So far, we have not seen a plate appearance less than 3 pitches as Munoz skies this into the stands, and the fans come away with a second catch. Munoz, the first man to foul out with the visitors last season, now fouls out for the Texas Tailgaters.
Beautiful barehanded grab by that guy. No glove necessary. Oh my goodness. Jonathan Luders, with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs, is going up there on the unicycle. And he's on the mic. Are you kidding me? A great chance for the fans. No, just kidding. Bill Leroy boofs the trick play. We've got you. What's the plate approach on the unicycle? That's a good plan. Wow, that was firm. Hey, way to get bat on ball.
All right. That's all right.
Looters, it's impressive
Sorry.
enough
There we go. Thanks.
that you've now put the ball in play every time on a unicycle this year.
Oh.
Big for Danny Hosley. He strands a couple ducks on the pond. 1 run in for the Tailgaters. They've got a chance to earn their first point against the Bananas in their young franchise's history.
Gives him a 2-0 count. It's going to be a heater, and he's about to crush one to center right now.
2-0. Struck well. Dead center. To the seats. Jackson Olsen.
Dude, I literally called that.
I heard the people are calling him Rackstradamus. Unbelievable stuff. You just can't make it up. It's not great for the folks out there that say Banana Ball scripted, though. That's a win for them.
Well, what's interesting is you've got Rack due up second in this inning. Now it's time to see if maybe Jackson Olsen, the man who had the trick play to end the frame for the Bananas, calls a Rack home run.
Beautiful voices from the folks here in the Queen City. The other Queen City. We just came from the Queen City in Charlotte. Cincinnati's #1 nickname, Queen City. And what are the odds? Ball and a strike here on Dan Oberst. Big boppers here for the Nanners, 3, 4, and 5. And make it a 2-1 count on Dan. Over 42,000 fans continuing to sing. Now they've got a chance to retire the Nanners DH. It is not happening, and made famous by hitting on a unicycle, well mic'd up on the broadcast. You may know him, folks. Sunshine, welcome back, buddy. This one flipped out to right. Indiana Stanley behind the back. First trick play in his young Banana Ball career. Big first out for Andrew Mann and co. Beautiful behind the back grab. Now Robert Anthony Cruz. That is a patented swing and miss from Rack. Turns into a bobblehead. Guy does not get cheated. And then fooled on the changeup. Now behind 1-2. You guys shading him to pull pretty heavy, huh, Looters?
Yeah. No, basically no switch right there. It's gonna be over in the 4 hole much as can, but the hitter hits off hard.
Rack.
Oh boy. Wow.
Home run into Cricket Stadium. Oh, man! A laser beam to the set. Check it, the third deck. Are you kidding me? What a catch by the fan.
We're not even 2 innings into the ball game, and already the fans have 3 foul outs that were caught, and it is the first for the Texas Tailgaters that hasn't come in showdowns.
Reese Alexiadis, high and deep to right. Room for Indy to play with. Backflip catch! Yeah! To win the inning for the Tailgaters. This game is tied. Indiana Stanley, you are insane.
Absurd inning for the Texas Tailgaters. 2 trick plays, a fan caught foul ball, 2 minutes and 24 seconds, and we're all nodding through 2.
Sunshine, it was a blast. Have a great time the rest of the ball game, buddy. Holy moly. Let's get it down to Maceo and the boys. We're dancing to the 3rd. That's a man who has moved through the first round of America's Got Talent. In their 20th season, Maceo Harrison stopped playing with him. Excellent work from his backup dancers as well. Here comes Jordan Hussein. Man, what a beautiful evening for little Tandy, huh? Josh, do you believe in good sun and tan lines?
You bet your bottom dollar, my friend. And I don't think there was a better walk-up for Jordan Hussein, the Houston native, to do as he lines it right back to Danny Hosley, and he makes the grab. A heart attack, but 1 out to boot.
Look what Hosley found. Get himself a little dirt angel. Wow, shades of Nate Tellier. Impressive grab by Danny Do-It-All. Trying to bounce back after allowing a run that stood up for a point for the Tailgaters in the 2nd. And a beautiful backdoor changeup to jump ahead of Marcos Castilla. He fouled out to a fan to begin this ball game, and now Castillo patiently awaiting Hosley, Cox, Olsen, and Meadows to finish a dance. Oh, he's actually participating. He danced himself right out of the box. Vincent Chapman is going to allow it. Impressive moves by Leroy behind the dish, and now an 0-2 count on Marcos. We're back at the top of the order. Castillo had himself a 3-0 count, swung away, fouled that one off, then on 3-1, fouled out to a fan. It's another super talented hitter. He's been a really terrific leadoff man for the Gators.
You're getting to see how pesky he is with 2 strikes. A key reason they opted to put him in the leadoff hole. Really good blend of speed and contact ability, but expands his strike zone and swings through that pitch from Danny Hosley. Now 3 punch-outs for Haas on the night.
Looked like some cut on the 4-seam fastball. That thing had some bizarre movement. Hosley will take it. Trying to make it his second 1-2-3 inning of the night now. He's got to get through Nick Lopez. He's been one of the toughest guys to retire in Banana Land. 8 for 19 With the team leading 5 ball-4 sprints, he is yet to strike out.
Has a 5-game on-base streak to open up his banana ball career. Also has 8.6 weighted runs above average, which means he's already very close to accumulating 1 offensive win for this Tailgater squad.
Ty fired up. We had Joe Mikulik on a Castillo slow roller in foul territory, made a tumbling, rolling grab. He was jawing at Tyler Gillum. Check out Gillum's social media as Lopez earns the sprint. We'll see if he goes for 2 bags. No. Indy was able to grab 2 an inning ago. Lopez not quite as fleet of foot. Content to hold down first base with 2 outs as Taj Porter comes up to the dish. Anyhow, Mikulik made a great play on a slow roller in foul territory. He has a bet going with Gillum tonight. I'm sure you'll be able to check it out on Gilly's social media within the next few days. Who's going to field more ground balls in foul territory while coaching third? So far, it's Mick 1, Gilly 0. Oh my gosh, rebound off the dome. It's like real life Peggle down there. It's a very soft rebound, but right off the back of the guy's noggin. That one fouled away. The ball's at 2 strikes on Porter. A back pick! Nick Lopez beating the tag from Prime.
That's one of Bill's favorite moves throughout his banana ball career, and something he will not be shy to do, especially with the team inexperienced against Leroy.
Called strike 3. The Vulcan changeup, the weapon of choice once again. It's gotten 3 of Hosley's 4 punch-outs on the evening, and he strands Lopez at first. Another look as Hosley rings the bell. Just 1 run allowed across his 3 innings of work. We'll toss it down to Emily Cole for our Bananas Foster family of the night.
Across the United States, there are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. Look around. That's enough to fill Great American Ballpark 10 times with the amount of kiddos currently experiencing foster care. To raise awareness and support the community, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating those who are already making a difference in the foster care world while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, we are celebrating the McDaniel family. Sarah always had a passion for foster care and became a licensed foster parent by herself immediately after graduating college. Then she met her husband, Tyler, and they became a licensed foster family together. They've now been fostering for 6 years and have welcomed 33 teens and children into their home and adopted their daughter into their family. Fans, please help us welcome this incredible family to the field so that we can celebrate them for all that they do for the foster care world.
Always a beautiful scene. Awesome to get to see the Tailgaters take part in celebrating our superheroes in the foster care community, Sarah and Tyler McDaniel. You folks are doing yeoman's work. What a big night it is here in Banana Land. Once again, we have not just 1, but
3 foul outs to fans.
Right, I was gonna say 2 games going on at once. I will take that. Firefighters and Party Animals currently playing in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's 2-0 Party Animals after the Firefighters took game 1 last night.
I mean, that is the major storyline for me right now.
Yeah. Right, that's the main story here in Cincinnati, Ohio. You can't be denied that fact. Oh, that was awesome. The Banana Band, Sean McBride and company, blasting away. Firefighters were able to escape at the bottom of the third, so still just a 2-0 lead. As they head to the fourth in Grand Rapids, we head to the bottom of the third here in Cincy. Ryan Cox, Correll Prime, and Ty Jackson, as Andrew Mann is out for a third inning.
Yeah, rebounded really nicely last inning, of course, highlighted by Indiana Stanley's 2 trick plays. Mann was very impressive pitching at Savannah State back in college. 90 innings pitched, only 22 walks issued, and 88 strikeouts there.
That's well, throwing a 9-pitch mix, 2-1 count now. Throws 6 pitches over the top, 3 more pitches from a sidearm 3/4 type delivery. Over the top, 4-seam, 2-seam, cutter, changeup, slider, curve. As he gives up the sprint right on cue, broadcaster's jinx. Not undefeated on the tour, but it claims another victim. Coxey, the inning-winning run aboard just 5 pitches into the inning. He will give way to Malachi Mitchell. Flash the Kid, the Bananas' designated runner who can pinch run 1 time every trip through the order, and the man he pinch runs for stays in the game. .270 feet from giving the Nanners the lead once again. Correll Prime, 7 years in the Colorado Rockies minor league system. A few of those years under the tutelage of Joe Mikulik, Tailgaters head coach. So special, he got to coach Jake Skoll of the Party Animals. Correll Prime of the Nanners. And even a couple special guests that we may be having join us from the Cincinnati Reds organization tonight. If you played minor league baseball, odds are Mikulik coached you at some point, is what I'm getting at here. 2 balls and a strike on Prime. Man, sneaks a heater by him. 2-2. That one bounced. Munoz only has 1 play. It's at first. Throws from foul territory, and it'll be an infield single. That is a tough play at the hot corner. Prime runs very well for a behemoth at 6'5", and now 2 men on with none down.
Really tricky for Travis Munoz. Took a high hop on him at the hot corner and had a moment where he thought about going to second, try and grab the lead out, then realized it was Malachi Mitchell. And now, first pitch from Andrew Mann will get behind Taj Porter. And both runners advance and find themselves in scoring position for Ty Jackson.
What's the official scoring ruling on that one, Josh? Might have to go back and look at it afterwards. That was a tricky one. Taj normally, mine's well be a brick wall back there. Indiana Stanley racing in from right to make it a 5-man infield. Fastball misses just up. 2 balls, no strikes. Ty Jackson, 4 walk-offs on the tour. 2 of them across the past couple weekends. He's starting to get a lot more playing time, and he's giving the coaches what they need. Earns the sprint right here, never even had to swing the bat. Man struggles with his control in the third. Gifts the Bananas their second point, they're back out in front.
Very uncharacteristic inning for Andrew Mann with those 2 ball-4 sprints. The pitch getting away from Taj Porter. And now the Bananas reclaim the lead tonight against the Tailgaters in Cincinnati.
Back and forth we go. Nanners pulling off a little Bobby Brown dance. Made famous by internet standards by some kids in a talent show. We'll now get it on down to Jesse Cole for a kiss-off.
All right, fans, we are going to spread the love here with an old-fashioned kiss-off. and you're going to be the judge of who does the best kiss here on the field. We got 3 couples all married different times. So let's start here with the first couple. Your name?
Brandon.
Brandon, your name?
Molly.
Molly, and how long have you guys been together?
6, 7 months.
I think that's actually the truth. All right, let's see your best kiss. Here we go. All right, this is a kiss-off, 6, 7 months, I can say it. Your name?
Chip.
Leslie.
And how long have you guys been together?
22 years.
22 years. All right, let's see what you have here. Chip and Leslie, let's see what you got. All right, pretty good. All right. They still got it. They still got it. And our third couple, your name?
Jack.
Jack?
Karen.
Jack and Karen, how long have you guys been together?
50 years.
50 years. Jack and Karen, let's show how it's done. Oh, what is happening here? Whoa. All right. Oh, the hat's coming up. What is going on? All right. There's a lot of hand movement there. All right, Jack and Karen. All right, what? No. We're good. All right, Jack and Karen, we're good. We're good. We're good. We used to be family friendly. All right. Is it our first couple? Is it our second couple? Or is it Jack and Karen, 50 years? Let's hear it. That is true love. Jack and Karen, 50 years, the winner of our kiss-off.
And now, this. And now, Brett Carson, get yourself a signature walk-up. Special walk-up on a special night for Brett Carson, the pride of Asheville, Ohio, up by Columbus. About an hour and a half up the road. His 6th Banana Ball game in his young career. It's to bring the sport to the Buckeye State and take strike 1 from Cowboy Kyle Lewis, first man out of the pen for the Bananas, as Hosley goes 3 innings of 1-run ball, earning 2 points, losing 1. And now a chance, if the Nanners can hold this lead, to make it 3 wins earned in his 4 starts this year.
Yeah, Kyle's been so effective as of late. He's got a great chance to continue to set Haas up for success and that opportunity to earn a win as Carson chops this up the middle. Cox Fields throws between the legs, but the hustle of Carson good enough to beat this one out for an infield single. Second knock of the ball game back in his home state.
What an athlete. Battled with 2 strikes his first time. Flared a ball into right center off Hosley. And now a rude greeting to Cowboy Kyle, Baltimore chopper. And the fans are going to challenge this. By law, we have to look at the replay. I can promise you this will not be overturned.
Use it if you got it, my friend.
Guy has a Texas Tailgaters shirt on. What are we doing? Yeah, he's safe. Call stance. All right, let's play banana ball, folks. Guy's wearing a Tailgaters shirt. in this, if you're gonna pull it for either squad, what are you doing using it here? Rats.
It's confirmed.
I mean, you can't take it home with you.
That's what I'm saying. You can imagine sitting there for, 2 hours, probably
Right.
a little under, to be
Right.
honest with you. And you just got that confetti popper in your right hand.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to wait for the perfect play.
Can't pop it in the car on the way home.
Yeah. Well, maybe you could.
Yeah, you're going to wreck the Prius, man.
You think that guy's driving a Prius? Reese Alexiadis, tip drill into the hat, of course, to take care of Zach Watson for the first out here in the fourth.
You were in my head in this analogy.
If it was me, then Prius would be in trouble. You are right. Super Reese with his 35th trick play.
Second most among outfielders here in 2025. And for all of our loyal viewers, your eyes do not deceive you. Reese rocking a new cape courtesy of Evo Shield.
And bedazzled Alexiadis on the back himself. Little DIY. Here's our Dunkin' Donut batter of the game. Ball and a strike on Mac Danford, who smoked a single up the middle his first time. Leroy trying to steal a strike around the outside corner, does not get the call. 2-1 now. The fans are ravenous for donuts, but it's Danford's count. The 3-1. Tries to hold up, did he go? No! So it's gonna be ball 4. And all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it's live. A mix-up when it comes to the Nanners. Brett Carson, after reaching on an infield single, shows off the wheels again, scores all the way from first. That is a manufactured run for the Tailgaters.
Well, that seemed to hurt the Savannah Bananas. It was a late call from Vincent Chapman and looked originally like he was calling it a strike, then kind of changed his mind, and you saw Bill's throw just sail into center field. Meadows, the first man to touch it. That is never how the Bananas practice their ball 4 sprint defense, and that's why you saw the confusion as they continued to transfer that banana ball that allowed Carson to score.
I'm going to give Indiana Stanley the benefit of the doubt that he's coming up to the dish thinking about punishing a banana ball. Love the guy to the end of the earth and back. Definitely did not get 100%. If anyone's grading him on that dance celebration, he's ahead 2-0 here and had the inning-winning RBI sprint in the second. Lifts this one into shallow right. Alexiadis chugging in, will grab it on the run. Here's out number 2. Danford still on first. Now Travis Munoz digs in. Fouled out to a fan his first time after a long battle with Danny Hosley. And showing off his switch hitting abilities once again. Takes ball 1 in the left-handed batter's box. Takes strike 1 in the right-handed batter's box. And back and forth we go. Cowboy Kyle. Fastest hands in the Midwest. And 2 straight outings for Lewis with a trick play.
3rd trick play of the season for Cowboy Kyle. All of them have been his signature football hike. And Correll Prime picks up one of his own, fielding it behind the back as we go down to Jesse Cole for a little Hey Baby.
Your feet. Everyone all here, Great American, on your feet. The upper deck, the lower level, left field, right field. And we're going to get it going big. So I need everyone hands in the air. Hands in the air. Here we go, Shark. Clap those hands. Now let's get those arms waving. Keep it going. guys are amazing. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Over 42,000 fans hay babying here in Great American Ballpark. Wonderful venue for our young sport. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Bananas lead 2-1, but the Tailgaters with a run across in the top half. If the new man on the mound, Rodrigo Sanchez, can put up a 0, this game will be tied.
And it's imperative that he tries to. He's only recorded a third of an inning pitched through 2 games. His control has been all over the place. 2 hits allowed and 4 ball 4 sprints.
Let's get it back to Jesse.
Now, coming to bat.
Fly with me, let's fly, let's fly.
Frazier plays long ball again.
Home run, Todd Frazier.
Gone, a grand slam by Frazier.
A 2-time All-Star and home run derby champion from your Cincinnati Reds, Todd Frazier!
What a cool moment for the Todd father. Todd Frazier, beloved everywhere he went across his 11-year MLB career. The first 5 of which were right here in Cincinnati, where he earned 2 NL All-Star nods. Rolls this one over to third, between the legs. And Munoz grabs the trick play as he takes care of Todd Frazier. How about that for Moon's first trick play of the tour? And that home run derby performance from the Todd father, one of the best that I've ever been blessed to witness. 0-1 count now on Jackson Olsen.
218 career home runs for the Todd father, and of course that memorable home run derby here in Cincinnati when he upset Jock Peterson and became the first player to win the home run derby playing in his home ballpark.
Now 1-2 on Jackie. And this one flared it to shallow right. Stanley hustling in, is not going to be able to get there. Throws behind Olsen over the head of Sanchez. Porter there to back it up. And Jackie continues to swing a hot bat. That one not squared up, but finds grass. And the inning tying run is aboard with 1 out.
Well, Olsen's now 7 for his last 16 at the dish with 2 triples, a home run, and 6 runs batted in. He is a stellar batter in his career in June with a .383 batting average lifetime.
We're back at the top of the order. DR led off the bottom of the first with the double. Scored the inning-winning run 1 pitch later on the KJ 2-bagger. Maceo Harrison showing off his skills that got him through the first round of America's Got Talent. Aired just this past week. Like a Reds employee trying to catch that foul ball. We're 1 away from tying the single-game record. 3 already. That was across the first 2 innings of play.
Now puts us up to 42 total fan-caught foul balls here in 2025. Very impressive start, and it's just going to climb higher and higher with the Bananas playing in a lot more Major League parks this summer.
Clean scoop and strike over to first from Taj Porter, not in time to get Olsen. Hustling back to the bag, payoff. Slow roller, Hussein between the legs to second, never a chance to double up DR. That guy runs like the very wind itself. But Jordan will grab his 5th trick play in as many tries. And DR takes over at first from Olsen.
Well, an impressive trick play performance so far tonight for the Texas Tailgaters. The Bananas have 5. The Tailgaters have nearly matched them with 4 of their own. Now the Ohio kid, Kyle Jackson, back in the box already with a walk-off double in tonight's ball game.
DR off for second. Can of corn into shallow right. Lueders making an emphatic call, and he'll make the catch. Securing another inning win for the Tailgaters. Look at the foot skills. Lueders. Snazzy stuff. It's a 2-2 game. Let's get it on down to SB.
Hey, Biko, Josh, I'm here with the man whose name made 40,000 plus stand up on their feet. Todd Frazier, talk to me about that moment walking out of the dugout here in Cincinnati.
Yeah, let's forget about the at-bat first and foremost. It was the moment, made it so special. Got my family here. Had my kids finally get to see me walk out into a real stadium. That's what I'm proud of. That's what I'm thankful for from the Bananas. This was really cool.
We've seen some big hits out of that bat there. Was that on your, were you flashing back to the home run derby here? Were you thinking, okay, maybe we get a hold of one again?
I felt really good in batting practice, but that doesn't always correlate to the game. So unfortunately, I roll one over. I've done that too many times. My son was looking at me shaking his head, but at the end of the day, the moment, the fans, it was just really special.
What can you say about this fan base here in Cincinnati? That a few years after you stepped away from the game, they still love you and embrace you.
They always give me love here, man, and I respect that. I love them for that. It's my first home, and that crowd, it just felt like I was back in 2015 hitting another home run, so it was pretty cool.
Well, Todd Frazier, heck of a showing. Thanks for joining us here in Banana Land today. Biko, Josh, back to you guys.
Thank you, SB. Thank you so much, Todd, for taking the time. What a tremendous human being. So fun being around the boys when he was in there. Swinging in batting practice earlier today. It's the greatest cheerleading squad you could ever imagine. And once he got the dust off, it was a barrel parade. Shooting balls all over this joint. Let's get a look at the numbers here for Cowboy Kyle Lewicks. His 8th year in Banana Land, tying the record with his battery mate Bill Leroy, and this is his 4th as a pro. He continues to get better and better.
Yeah, he's out for the 13th time this season. In his last 7 innings pitched, he's only allowed 2 hits, 2 earned runs, and amassed 6 strikeouts in that span, averaging 3 outs in 3 minutes and 29 seconds. He has a 108 MPI plus this season, so he's been 8% quicker than the tour average arm.
9-10-1 in the order for the Tailgaters. Here's Sunshine. 2 balls and a strike on him. With Lueders and Hussein at the bottom of this order, I mean, that is just about as pesky a 1-2 punch as you can imagine. Lueders was the hardest guy to strike out in Division I baseball in his final season at Seton Hall. Hussein has the exact same mentality and approach at the plate.
Yeah, impressively enough, Lueders never had a season with more than 10 strikeouts at Seton Hall, but whiffs on the payoff pitch. And Cowboy Kyle has his first strikeout of the evening.
Well, the broadcaster's jinx rears its ugly head once again. Get another look. Well-placed fastball ties up Lueders. And the former Pirate graduated last spring. Back to the dugout. Now Hussein digs in. Struck the ball well his first time, but lined out to Hosley on the mound. Lewicks, for his part, gave up a tough point lost an inning ago. Infield single, and then with a man on first, a sprint with some confusion from Vincent Chapman. And Cal Allman, rather, the first base umpire. Paul, his father, the second base umpire. Led to a Bill Leroy sail of the ball over Ryan Cox into the outfield. And Brett Carson's got excellent wheels. He scored from first. Tough luck run against Lewicks, who, as Josh mentioned, and the numbers back it up, starting to really find his form as we get into the middle part of this season. Tries to front door the slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Another chance for the fans. Yeah! What a grab by the youngster! And we have tied the banana ball record. 4th foul out to a fan. Tonight we're in the 5th inning.
Front row in the second deck, the youngster with the glove, able to make an incredible catch. And all of the folks around him were patiently waiting for him to make the grab. They didn't try to fight him for that banana ball, and that's what made it so easy for him.
It was right in his lap. Clean snag. Back to the top of the order we go. Marcos Castillo doesn't offer up on the slider. Fouls a fastball away. It's the primary 1-2 combo for Lewicks, who will work in a changeup from time to time. Big chopper, Kyle Jackson, whipping out the professor, smooth as silk. And a 1-2-3 inning for Lewicks. Nice bounce back.
14 pitches, a strikeout, a foul out to a fan, and a beautiful trick play for Kyle Jackson. Now we go down to the field to hear from our Cowboy correspondent, Brett Loftus.
Hey, y'all, you ever thought to yourself, the one thing I'm missing in my life is a custom player denim Texas Tailgaters jersey? Maybe even like a Callan Stone jersey. That really do the trick for you. Maybe it would do like a Jimmy Lewis, perhaps, 9-9 on the back. Or maybe even like a Andrew Mann jersey. That'd probably do the trick. What about this guy right here, Jason Arndt? That might do the trick for you as well. But let me ask you this. Maybe you want something a little bit brighter. Maybe like a yellow Savannah Bananas jersey. Or maybe even like a Black Party jersey. Or maybe even like a, and we don't have it, a red Firefighters jersey. Or maybe even a, you can't have this. But Sam Bauman, tell us one more jersey you can have.
Well, thank you, Brett. Yeah, you can't get a fit this lit, but let me tell you about a jersey you could get. I'm here with Split. Wait, Split was supposed to, well, you know what? Split was just so nervous because he's waited for this moment his whole life. Yeah, you can buy Split's jersey, guys. Move over, KJ Jackson. I'm here to talk for Split, that young banana who now has his jersey for sale. Go get Split's jersey, or any of the other guys, I guess. Biko, Josh, let's find Split, that poor nervous little fella.
Yeah, we found him. He's hyping up the crowd out in right field. Very nervous and shy, as per usual. Thanks, SB. Thank you, Brett.
Well, he's great with crowds, but believe it or not, once you put a camera on him, that's when he really crumbles.
Right. Farty's jersey also available. No broadcaster jerseys at this time, I'm so sorry to report. Cole Kitchen, the second guy out of the pen for the Texas Tailgaters.
And enjoying an excellent start to the season. He's a former 2021 Coastal Plain League Banana and enters with 3 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed, no ball 4 sprints, and 4 strikeouts. The only oddity on Kitchen's mark, he's allowed 4 wild pitches, and batters have swiped first on him twice.
Oh. Baseball and its brainchild banana ball are just such beautiful games. Can't predict them. 0-2 count on Dan Oberst, Kitchen's teammate on that 2021 squad, and he takes a bender straight off the booty. Nice dance from Danny O. I think he was impersonating the random 11-year-old kid who was in a club. I think swept the world when it comes to the interwebs.
That guy's my spirit animal.
Dan taking off for second. Porter, what a throw from his knees. Didn't have a chance though. Dan swiped that bag on Kitchen. And the inning-winning run in scoring position. Robert Anthony Cruz behind 0-1. Battle between a couple California kids. Chance for the fans. Caught! Oh my Lanta! It's a Banana Bowl record, a 5th foul out to a fan. What a clean catch by that young lady.
And we are only in the bottom of the 5th inning in Cincinnati. An unbelievable play. And you see the young lady holding up that banana ball, and a piece of history at that.
Here comes Reese Alexiadis. Looks like he's got a friend. Frazier paying his respects to the legend, Bronson Arroyo, a banana ball legend at this point. Going back to joining us on the 2023 tour in Nashville. Bounding ball, Jordan Hussein throwing a third! Not in time. Dan Oberst sneaks in there according to Ron Arnsberger, the third base umpire. Travis Munoz, who applied the tag, imploring his head coach Joe Mikulik to toss the challenge out. We need clear evidence to overturn the call on the field. And we have a minute on the clock. Great angle. Oh boy. Wow. It's as tight as they come. I think he's out.
I also think that foot is not on bag when glove is applied on Oberst's knee.
You can see the glove move before the bag moves. I think is the key right here. Look at this, ready? Bang, glove, and we're on a 2.5 second delay. So it's not gonna make sense when I say it compared to what you see. But I think this call's overturned. We've got 15 seconds left. I'm confident enough to overturn
I think
it.
I'm right there with you.
Yes. Bang, glove,
Yeah.
There's the bag. Yes, overturn it. What a play by Jordan Hussein. Holy moly.
Ladies and gentlemen, after further review, the ruling on the field is overturned. He is out.
And the fans are furious. It'll go as a 6-5 fielder's choice. Ryan Cox digs in. There goes Alexiadis. Throw from Porter. And the ball squeaks out of Jordan's glove. Hussein not able to hold on to it. Looked like Alexiadis was going to be out if that ball was still in the mitt.
And it looked like Taj Porter went behind his back before throwing that down. It would have been his first career banana ball trick play.
That's
to
dirty.
gun down Alexiadis, but Bananas right back after that challenge, have a man in scoring position. And Cox ahead in the count.
Flicks it into the stands, not caught by the fans. 2-1 count on the Nanners shortstop. Here into ball four sprint in the third inning. It was pitch run for by Malachi Mitchell, who ended up scoring the inning winning run. And now Cole Kitchen is one bad one away from gifting the Bananas their third point. There it is, easy take for Cox. And the Nanners take the lead for the third time tonight. In each previous instance, the Tailgaters have rebounded and tied it up. And we'll see if they can do that again as we head to the sixth. Split fired up to see the Bananas back in front. First ever game between the Nanners and the Texas Tailgaters. A point has been scored in every frame. Let's toss it over to Sharp.
We've invited some dads and their sons to come out on the field and play catch. We also have some players with their dads joining them on the field. And here to perform his new song called Play and Catch, please welcome Nashville recording artist Adam Toliak.
Go out on the front porch around 4:45. His glove on my left hand, a baseball in my right. He pulled down the driveway, still in his work clothes. Wouldn't even walk inside, just say, buddy, let's go. And I thought we were just playing catch, but he was playing catch out in the backyard, trying to catch up for a while, just to catch what I've been doing, 'cause 'cause he been working all the time. I was thinking about a fastball, he was thinking a fast time flies, but all of that went right over my head. He was catching up, and I was just playing catch.
One more time for Mr. Adam.
Happy Father's Day to all y'all out there. Thank you.
And happy Father's Day to all the dads out there tonight. We love you.
Boy, it's tough to not go back to Old Faithful, but what a special night. Once again, Kyle Jackson and Gage Voorhees getting to play catch with their dads in their home state. Andy Archer had Papa Arch out there too. And a whole bunch of fans with their fathers as well. Tough not to get emotional watching that.
Just one of the cooler promotions, moments, whatever you want to call it, in Banana Ball this season. Very heartwarming, and now time to see if the Texas Tailgaters with 2, 3, 4 due up can get something started against Cowboy Kyle and respond in an even inning yet again.
Luig's out for his third frame in relief. Lopez ahead 1-0. I don't know what Vincent Chapman was doing there with his arm. It was very confusing. Make it 2 balls and no strikes. Lopez has been an OBP king. He's reached 1 out of 2 times tonight. Earned a sprint his last time. That ball is stroked fair down the right field line. Nick Lopez. Holy moly. He's gonna pull up at second with a stand-up double, respecting the powerful arm of Reese Alexiadis. Boy, what a weapon this guy is.
It was only a matter of time before he struck for the Texas Tailgaters. His first double. He now has a triple, a home run, a double on his season already. And again, he is coming off of a season at the University of Kentucky last year where he batted .341 with 30 extra base hits.
Taj Porter, this is a very catchable foul ball. It's not snagged. Would have been an end one. Fans bumping into each other, trying to make the play. Another life for Taj. For all the waxing poetic we've been doing about Nick Lopez, and it is very deserved. He's now 9 for 21 to start his banana ball career with 6 sprints. Pretty ridiculous just to say it. Taj in his own right came in 7 for 15. Has struck out twice tonight. Nice catch on the bobble, but it's got to be clean off the bat, so no out. Taj still in there. Both his Ks were off Hosley. He's facing Luix for the first time, and it is the same result. That was a filthy slider. Porter not able to connect.
Well, he had just 1 strikeout through his first 16 plate appearances this season, but this is looking like the Taj Porter we saw a lot of in 2024 as he had a 28% strikeout rate as a rookie, which wound up the highest mark on the Party Animals.
It was really the only bugaboo on what was a pretty terrific first season in Banana Ball. Now Brett Carson, 2 for 2 with a couple singles. Neither of them stung. A flared ball into right center, an infield single on a bouncer up the middle. They both look like screamers in the box score. And both of them have led to Tailgaters points earned in the 2nd and 4th. The two-way phenom has been the spark plug tonight. Doesn't bite on the rare Cowboy Kyle changeup. Good movement on it. Count now 1-2. Cox between the legs kisses the ball over to first just in time to get the speedy Carson. And as Lopez scampers over to third.
The world's tallest pitcher. Please welcome Dakota Stilts Albrecht.
comes the tallest athlete in the world, Cowboy Kyle. I am sure covering his mouth with the glove so we can't do any John Boy lip reading here. Saying, please do not let Nick Lopez score from third. Would really like that. It's a tough task though for Stilts. He faces the guy who's been one of the best bats for the Tailgaters so far, Zach Watson, 0 for 2 on the night. But even with that, he's still 10 for 20 on the tour, hitting 500.
Look, the Bananas are letting Stilts pitch in his 24th game this season. They clearly trust him to get outs. And what's more, he's induced 2 foul outs to fans this season. And we'll try and extend this record to 6 against Zach Watson.
What a night here in Cincy. 1-1 count on Zach Watson. We have a new foul out to fan record. Broke the tie between Miami, Atlanta, and Kansas City. They all sit in second place now. Watson down to a knee. Can't connect on the tall ball. Behind 1-2. It's rare that Stilts gets a strikeout. It's not happening here, but Dakota Albritton does the job. Robert Anthony Cruz, backflip catch. Strike oppose. Albritton picks up Lewix, strands Lopez on third, and the Nanners put up a big goose egg here in the top of the 6th inning. What a special guest we have joining us in the booth. How about the Cincinnati Reds all-time leader with 182 saves across his 9 years here in Cincy, part of an 11-year Major League Baseball career. Danny Graves hanging out with Sean Casey back in the day. Hopefully we'll have the mayor here this weekend as well. But for now, thrilled to have Danny Graves with us in the booth. What has been your take on Banana Ball so far, Danny?
Well, I wish Stilts was playing when I was playing to get me out of some of those innings that I couldn't get out myself, because that was pretty filthy. I love that, man. This is awesome.
He's a pretty elite setup, man, Danny. We've got to give him that.
You talk about some like tilt. I mean, that's some good angle coming down. That's tough to hit, but everything about this has been great, man. There's not one single point of this game, just everything. Like, I want a ball to come to me so I can catch it, because I want to be part of that record of the outs made by fans.
And it would count. It would count. So, I mean, that would be pretty epic right there. Yes, Stilts, you got a guy 11 feet 9 inches tall, breaking down a little tall ball, as we call it, some change-up action, impressive stuff. What has impressed you about what you've seen on the field?
The athletic ability is phenomenal. I don't think people realize, like, just watching on TV and seeing like social media, what they actually do is a lot different when you see it in person. You know, it's pretty amazing. Like, watching the backflips and the catch, it's hard enough to catch a ball out in the outfield with thousands and thousands of fans in the background, and these guys are doing it and flipping at the same time. Absolutely amazing.
Danny, are there any specific rules or aspects of Banana Ball that you've seen tonight that you would love to see implemented in Major League Baseball?
Yeah, the fans catching a foul ball. That is the best one. Seriously, because sometimes as pitchers you throw too many pitches and they just all of a sudden, like, you know, you waste all these pitches and then they get a hit. I want the fans to be able to catch them and then it's an out.
As we head to the bottom of the 6th, Joe Sperone, third man out of the bullpen for the Tailgaters. He's got a ball and a strike on the former Rockies minor leaguer Correll Prime. And as you saw, some defensive changes as well. Zach Watson moves from left to center field. Trey Jones off the bench into left. And Prime Goodwood, nothing to show for it. How about a backflip catch? Clean landing, Zach Watson turning into a wizard out there in center.
Started the game in left field. Now the first defensive opportunity he gets in center field. He nails the backflip catch. Each of the last 2 outs have been backflips.
Right on cue.
I was going to say, they must have been listening to us up here. By the way, you guys are fantastic. I mean, I've heard you guys before, but sitting back here in the booth waiting for my turn, you guys are hysterical. And I'm almost afraid to be up here because you guys are so funny. I love it. I love it.
Oh, no, you are blessing us with your presence. That is very kind words. Who's got the banana ball? I don't know. Oh, it's Jordan Hussein. Nice scoop there by Tosh Porter as Ty Jackson's ahead in the count.
Oh, but with that, you got to throw a strike, right?
You would hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, a shortstop, you don't get those opportunities very often. Make it 2-0 on Ty, who's loving that Shark played some Kesha for him. And a 3-1 count. What do you think of the constant music?
You know, so I know it could be overwhelming for some people, but I love it because I don't like to hear fans screaming at me sometimes.
Yeah. Drowns them out.
Yeah, totally. I've heard many times, you know, you suck or whatever, get off the mound.
Yeah,
Can't hear
I'm
it
sure,
with the music
sure
playing.
things much more colorful than that as well, as
Yes.
Ty earns the sprint. Good defense by the Tailgaters, getting to all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher in short order. Jackson's got great speed. They hold him to first. He represents the inning-winning run as Bill Leroy digs in. So you think on the mound in big league games, music playing all the time could have been a benefit for you?
Absolutely, I wouldn't have minded it. Now, there's some prima donnas that say it needs to be quiet, and I'm like, this is not golf.
Right.
We don't need quietness out here. We want the fans to be involved. So if you can't play with music, I don't know. I mean, you go work out with music in your head.
Right.
In your head, right?
Well, obviously, you're getting an entrance song when you come into closed ball games. What would be on your playlist the rest of the outing?
Well, see, that's the thing. I didn't have the entrance music because in the 9th inning here in Cincinnati, they always said, and the official attendance is whatever the attendance was. So
right.
I didn't have time for a walk-up song.
Wow.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. But, I mean, that's just how it is. I played so long ago, it wouldn't be like that these days, I'm sure.
Right. Ty swipes second, and his reward is some Baby Shark ability. 2-1 on Leroy. 3 balls and a strike. Now this is where Banana Ball is brutal for a pitcher, because ball 4 here, you lose the inning.
Uh-oh.
And he lost the inning.
Right on cue.
Man on second. You got to get it to all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher. You're not going to have a chance to get the guy at home. And that is how you gift a home team their 4th point of the game. And now we've got the Jacksons, Ty and KJ, cranking a little Soldier Boy. These guys were drilling themselves on this during batting practice today. KJ's got it down. Ty, I'm not quite as certain.
Well, KJ does everything right, though, doesn't he? Like, he's like the perfect baseball player. And, you know, you mentioned Sean Casey earlier.
Yes.
KJ was actually roommates with Sean Casey's son at Kent State.
Jake.
For 3
right.
years, yeah.
Yeah, they're best of friends. Well, this turned into a medley. Now they're hitting the quad.
Wow.
How about that? 2 dances for the price of 1 walk-off. The folks in the stands dancing along as well. 3 dances? Is this like the new generation's evolution of dance? I didn't know he'd signed up for a full Broadway musical.
Do you have a relationship like that with one of your old teammates?
Well, I think if I would have, it would have been Sean Casey. Believe it or not. And I'm taking the lead. He's going to follow the dance steps.
That sounds right to me.
You know, we would always mess around and act like we were professional wrestlers, I guess. Instead of dancing, we were wrestlers.
All right, we'll be back with more with Danny Graves in the booth. For now, let's get it on down to the field for a little promo action. Till death do us part.
Ladies and gentlemen. And you know, Doug, 13 years ago, you said a few vows to each other. You said, in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, and till death do us part. And we're going to put that to the test tonight, because you are going to be racing towards your love over at home plate. And we're going to find out if death will do you part, because you're going to be racing up against none other than the Grim Reaper, Death himself. We will give you a head start, Doug. Godspeed to you. She's waiting on your mark. Get set, go! And death creeps up as Doug runs in his penny loafers. And here comes the Grim Reaper. Will he make it there in time? Or will he be thwarted by
Oh my goodness.
Give it up for your winner.
Dark turn there. Death won the race and just stole that guy's girl. That was a quick Grim Reaper. I can't imagine who that was. New man on the mound. How about Andy Archer working on a little facial hair here in his second campaign in Bananaland, continuing to pitch better and better as this tour goes on.
Has 1 win, 3 losses in his second campaign with the Bananas. Has a 2.80 earned run average in 9 2/3 innings pitched in Major League Parks this season, while averaging 3 outs in 3 minutes and 52 seconds.
I love that. This is like time on the ice in hockey. You guys get it? That's amazing. That's amazing.
Another chance for the fans. Not snagged, but what a Stanley Cup we've got going on right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of hockey.
Oh, amazing.
2-2.
You know, when they went into overtime last night, I was like, I'm tired. I can't watch this. And then right before I fell asleep, I got a notification that Edmonton won, and I was so excited. I'm not a Florida fan.
Another overtime winner? No, you're anti-Panthers.
Yeah, I think anti-Kachuk, which a lot of people are.
Well, how about the split changeup? So Andy Archer's a fascinating pitcher here. He just added a curveball this year, as the count is now full. But last year, when he came to us after 4 years at Georgia Tech and finished up at the University of Hawaii, hey, he gets the big K. Forget what I'm saying. The fans get free donuts. I'll get back to it. 3 different fastballs, 4-seam, 2-seam cutter, and a split changeup. Didn't spin the ball. Now he's added a breaking ball to the arsenal. Gets the K here with the 2-seam.
Yeah, I think it's always nice to have something that spins up there, right? Even just to show it. Even if it's not very good, show something different.
Oh yeah, I mean, watching the Danny Graves highlight package we had coming in here, you whipped off some nasty benders.
Changing speeds, that's what I was trying to do. Just change speeds and spin it. Hopefully gravity took over for me. This guy, I love this guy.
Vincent Chapman.
Oh my gosh.
He is special.
You think you could have kept yourself from laughing on the mound, seeing Vince dancing behind home?
No chance. No chance. Like, I never really had a serious face or intimidating face,
right.
And if I saw that, man, I would probably just bust out laughing.
Yeah, any chance of being serious is out the window. Prime calling off Leroy, tries to barehand it, comes up empty. So interesting scoring decision for everybody keeping the scorebook at home. If it was an error, it's an error no matter what, because it's a trick play missed. If Indiana Stanley gets on, that's when he gets the trick play missed. If Andy Archer can pick him up, it does not hurt Prime's defensive record this year, which is currently 22 trick plays in 24 attempts.
And you know, the difference right now with the trick plays, this kind of twilight here. And if you're not used to this, I mean, that can't be easy.
Oh, excuse me, check swing, Archer sliding play. Indy tries to hop him, and Archer gets the tag on him. No, ball got out of the... No, he's saying on the exchange. Lost the ball on the exchange. Indiana Stanley is out. That was a bizarre one.
Yeah, kind of surprising that Archer took control over that play instead of offering it up to Correll Prime. But Prime, he had a fun time watching Archer do the or Indiana Stanley take part in the acrobatics.
Well, you know why? Because pitchers really are good athletes, even though nobody thinks they are.
Yeah, you defend those guys.
This thing's a mile high. Tough play for the fans. They do not make it. Travis Munoz, former Chicago White Sox minor leaguer, has given way to Jason Arendt. Swinging in Moon's spot here. Ball and 2 strikes. See what Archer goes to here. Broken bat, foul ball. There was the split change. And Arendt's going to have to get a new weapon.
So I just realized, too, earlier today, the third base coach for the Tailgaters.
Yes, that's a base knock.
Joe Mikulik was actually one of my coaches in the minor leagues coming up.
Of course he was.
Wow. Holy cow. It's like the 6 degrees, the 7 degrees of Joe Mikulik. Forget Kevin Bacon.
I know. Joe Mikulik has been everywhere, I know, but I saw him walk around earlier today. I'm like, is that the Joe Mikulik? And I'm like, I looked it up. I said, that's the Joe Mikulik. So I gotta try to talk to him sometime later.
Oh my gosh, that will make his night. Looters, wow! Barehanded backflip attempt. DR Meadows comes up empty. That is going to be a brutal missed trick play. Arendt chugging around third. He scores. Looters going for 3. And he's cooked. Now the question will be if Arendt scored before the tag out at third. Vincent Chapman says Arendt. What's he saying? He's saying he didn't get in? Looks like Vincent is saying that the tag out at third happened before Arendt touched home. And now Joe Mikulik, who is famous for his minor league baseball ejections, might have something to say about this.
Yeah.
Because this is a big, big call right here. All right, well, they figured that out down on the field. What an opportunity we have here with Danny Graves in the booth. Spent 9 years of your 11-year big league career here in Cincinnati, so you had to have gotten to know Skyline Chili. Now, Josh and I got to goof around with it last year. What's that, hot sauce, Yvonne? I think I'm going to go Stag for now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hot sauce, you guys
I
need
might do some hot sauce, yeah.
Terrific. You want any, Danny, hot sauce?
I'm going to pass on the hot sauce for now.
We'll go plain. Okay. Here we go. Now, I had it last year. I can't really remember.
Right.
No,
So
I
can honestly tell you, I've never tried the nachos with the Skyline, only the hot dog.
Okay. Wow. All right, pretty sweet. That's pretty good. This is a controversial dish here.
Yeah.
A lot of feelings about Skyline.
Nachos are to me, a lot better than the actual dogs, unless you put a lot of hot sauce on it.
I'm actually very happy with this dog. No hot sauce. I'm happy with this.
Really, no hot sauce. We need to get some Savannah banana helmets with these in there.
Yeah, the Reds is nice too as well, but I mean, I'm giving this like an 8.2 out of 10. It's good. Now, I do like beans.
I'm going to go 8.9.
Whoa!
I like beans too, but you know, we're in a hotel tonight, and there's not a whole lot of room in the hotel. So I'm not sure if my wife will appreciate the beans.
Well, that's why it's nice to room with the executive producer of BTV, Yvonne Trezak. I went crazy on the beans at lunch today. And he very well might pay the price of that tonight. Jackson Olsen takes a fastball inside. Jimmy Lewis, the new man on the mound for the Tailgaters, as this one is gobbled up. Mac Danford's going to take it to first himself. Smooth trick play as well. Nice start for Jimmy Lewis. Uh-oh, here comes Jesse Cole. Let's get it down to him.
Now coming to bat. A three-time All-Star and Reds Hall of Famer from your Cincinnati Reds, please welcome Sean Casey!
Over 42,000 fans on their feet for the mayor. Much like Beetlejuice, you speak his name, Sean Casey appears. And we've got his teammate, Danny Graves, up in the booth to watch him take his first live at-bat since 2008 with the Boston Red Sox.
Just please don't get hurt, Case. Don't get hurt. But I guarantee you he still rakes if they throw him a strike.
Tough task. He's up against former Los Angeles Dodgers prospect Jimmy Lewis, who nearly plunks him. And it's going to be a ball four sprint. Wow, 4 straight bad ones. And look at the mayor go. He's trying to get
Easy.
2 bags.
No stop, Case.
Wow. Slams the brakes. Always known to be fleet of foot. He's still got the wheels.
Well, I just can't believe he didn't swing at anything close.
Look at the acceleration. Boom! There he goes.
I can't believe he didn't want to slide into second base.
Here comes the high-five parade for Sean Casey. Three-time All-Star across his 8 years in Cincinnati. Reds Hall of Famer, just like our buddy Danny Graves in the booth. And how cool is this? As we talked about earlier, Sean's son Jake spent 3 years as a roommate with KJ at Kent State. Now Kyle Jackson is the man who follows the mayor up to the dish. 1-1 count on KJ. There goes Flash for second. Throw from Taj. Oh, the money. Oh, perfect throw. And the fastest man in Banana Land gunned down.
That was a hose.
We'll get another look. Yeah, Flash knew it. So KJ now swinging for the fences. It's going to give Zach Watson a second backflip catch of the ball game. That guy is dazzling out in the field. And thanks to the caught stealing, Jimmy Lewis faces the minimum. It's still a 2-point lead for the Bananas with 7 innings in the books. Let's get it down to SB.
Hey, Biko, Josh, I'm here with the mayor. Yeah, Sean Casey. Sean, your first live at-bat since 2008. What were we seeing out there?
You know what? I actually was ready to hit. I mean, I was hoping to get one, and I wasn't a big 3-0 swinger, and I was swinging 3-0 right there.
So you're rounding there. Obviously, we don't walk in Banana Ball. We sprint. What's the mentality coming around the base there?
Well, that was pretty much my sprint at 51 years old. That's pretty much my sprint. No doubt my hamstring is definitely pulled, but it was worth it for the team. You got to do it. You got to do it for the team. You got to let it all hang out. You're looking for a W here at Banana Ball.
Sean, talk to me too about what it means to be out here to play. Got family, got this great crowd in Cincinnati.
It's incredible. Are you kidding me? Like, this is the greatest fans in the world. You know, 8 years spent in here. I just love this organization. I'm so grateful, you know, to Jesse and the Bananas for allowing me to get one more opportunity, one more moment here at Great American Ballpark. It just seems like yesterday, but man, time flies. So grateful. I'm so thankful.
Sean Casey, we appreciate you being here in Banana Land. You go ice that hammy, we'll get you back out
I
here.
need double ice.
Good job.
Thanks, SB. Thank you for the time and insight. Sean Casey, who now has a career on-base percentage of 1,000 in his Banana Ball career, and his former teammate on the Reds, Danny Graves, still with us in the booth. You get another look at the speed of the mayor.
Yeah, and maybe, hopefully he heard us up here holding him up. Don't go for 2. Don't go for 2. Take it easy.
Yeah, I think the telepathy worked, if nothing else. Danny, you've been so gracious with your time. Thank you for hanging out with us for so long. Want to get you back to your people, but really appreciate you joining us here tonight.
Man, I'm so blessed. Thank you guys for having me up here. This was a lot of fun. I seriously could do this all 9 innings with you guys.
Fire me up.
You guys are awesome. So thank you,
Danny.
Thank
you very much. And congratulations on the election to the Reds Hall of Fame 2 years ago.
Thank you very much.
D.R. Meadows, barehanded backflip as we say goodbye to Danny Graves. How about that for timing? Unbelievable. Only the second time we've seen this in Banana Ball history.
Third time that he's attempted it in 2025. Second time he has landed it in his prolific Banana Ball career. Last year it was the best of the best, and he's accomplished it yet again. Wow!
What a way to kick off the 8th inning. And Andy Archer's second frame on the bump, 0-2. Trey Jones does not offer up on the high fastball. Broken bat, Prime attacking. Behind the back flip to Archer, just in time. Boy, the kid out of Houston can fly. But Prime able to nail the trick play.
Now the Bananas up to 9 and now 10 trick plays on the night as Archer narrowly gets put on the edge of that bag before Trey Jones, who just finished up playing with Houston, could make it the first.
Now Nick Lopez has reached base 2 out of 3 times tonight, nothing new. Probably won't happen here. Kyle Jackson behind the back. Was there ever a doubt? And what a quick inning of work with fantastic defense behind Andy Archer.
3 trick plays from the Savannah Bananas and a 1 minute and 47-second inning from Andy Archer, his 7th sub-2 minute inning of the year.
Let's get it to Jesse for some yellow.
Everyone all the way around the stadium. And I want you as loud as you can to sing a little yellow. Here we go. Keep it going. We love you so much, Banana Nation. Now let's go, Bananas!
What a scene here in Great American Ballpark. The 253rd Banana Ball game ever to be played, with the 254th reaching the 9th inning in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The Party Animals skunking the Firefighters 5-0. Nice response after the Firefighters got their first win of the year last night, 4-1. Impressive victory for the boys in red and yellow. Looks like we'll be heading towards a rubber match tomorrow night, though. And new man on the mound, Colin Stone, takes over for Jimmy Lewis.
Yeah, very talented banana ball pitcher and of John Boy blitzball fame, as he's was once the number 17 ranked blitzball player in the world. Now has embarked on this journey with the Texas Tailgaters. It even appeared as a visitor last year. He tossed a 1 minute and 28-second inning for that team, and is trying to right the ship after a tough start this year. 6 hits, 4 earned runs, a hit by pitch, and 3 ball 4 sprints.
Eric Jones Jr. pinch hitting here in the DH spot for Danny Oberst. What a weapon to have off the bench. That was a nasty bender, just missed the zone. Stone two-seam and cut fastball, as well as a slider you just saw right there, and a changeup. EJ able to hold up on the gas. Another near miss from 0-2 to 2-2. And the count runs full on the former Twins and Mariners minor leaguer. Bananas all-time leader in long balls. Coming off the bench. Rare opportunity for EJ. Hoping the fans don't take it away from him. They do not. We got a 7th pitch from Stone to Jones. And EJ earns the sprint. This has been a patient Bananas offense all night long. Tip of the cap from EJ to the Tailgaters' sprint defense. They whip it around every fielder behind the pitcher and catcher in short order. And the inning-winning run is aboard for the Nanners as they lead by 2, looking for some insurance. And the bat boy is going to bring EJ's weapon back to the dugout.
Perfect job done by the bat boy. Touchdown.
Cruz cannot connect on the fastball. There goes Jones Jr. Yeah, he had second easily. Colin Stone was going out of the windup. He says, my bad. EJ, too smart a baseball player to be given that kind of gift. So the inning-winning run in scoring position. Stone with another 0-2 count, now 1-2. He lost EJ, but he's going to take care of Cruz. Jordan Hussein going no glove, can't make the play. Hustling back to second, EJ's in there safely. Tailgaters do still have their challenge. They used it earlier and it was a success. They overturned a call at third base. See if Joe Mikulik uses it here. Does not look like he's going to. We're taking another look right now. Perfect throw from Trey Jones.
And things have gone very right for the Tailgaters tonight when it comes to trick plays. That one very difficult for Jordan Hussein, surprising with him tiptoeing out into shallow left field. And now that'll come back to bite the Tailgaters even further. Alexiadis with an infield single, sharply hit past the glove of Monyo. And the bag's full, still no outs.
Tailgaters going to a 5-man infield for the second time tonight. So now Watson and Jones alone in the outfield. Ryan Cox, after a back pick attempt on Alexiadis, not successful. Walked off the 5th inning. His 13th inning ender of the year. Flicks this one into foul territory. Not caught by the fans. Coxie 0 for 0, a pair of sprints. He's now up to 12 ball 4 sprints compared to just 3 strikeouts on the year. A valuable guy to have in the middle of this order. And that's the walk-off once again. Cox ties Rack for the tour lead with 14 walk-offs. And the Nanners extend their lead to 5-2, heading to our final inning.
Well, it's the start of the inning. The ball 4 sprint to Eric Jones Jr. that has plagued the Texas Tailgaters all night long. With the 7th ball 4 sprint issued, this pitching staff opened with more sprints allowed than strikeouts generated. And you see that only going further for the Tailgaters. 7 sprints allowed tonight. The Bananas have not struck out once.
So far, in the first battle between the Texas Tailgaters and Savannah Bananas, the veteran experience of this Nanners squad is proving to be the difference maker. Professional approach at the plate. They are taking what the Tailgaters are giving them. But here in the 9th, every run scored counts as a point. And we've seen the Tailgaters have some magic in the final inning already in their young existence. And it's going to be the big boppers, 3, 4, and 5 due to swing it. Taj Porter, Brett Carson, Zach Watson.
The exact men that you're hoping come up in the final inning of play. Hopefully they're able to string a couple hits or just base runners at that together. And then you can possibly use your golden batter getting later into that lineup, possibly around where Travis Monyo or Jonathan Luters are hitting. And they will go up against Austin Prisminski of the Savannah Bananas. 3-3 on the season. And opponents batting .344 against him since the start of April. He has also not thrown a full hitless inning since April the 13th. Things have been a little rocky for Krem as his overall minutes per inning mark has continued to creep closer and closer to 5 minutes in 2025.
The former Angels and Cubs minor leaguer trying to bounce back after a tough weekend in Charlotte. Tailgaters down to their final 3 outs, down by 3 points. And Taj Porter with a hat trick of strikeouts so far tonight. Beautiful thing about baseball and banana ball.
Well, if anything, this is more comfortable outing for Austin Krasminski, up 3 in this save situation. And it's really kind of a prove-it outing for the righty as he's trying to maintain the grip on this closer's role for the Bananas.
Graham, a 3-pitch guy. Porter fouls away the fastball. Healthy cut. 4-seam heater, circle change, and a slider. Goes to the changeup. Jumps ahead in the count. What an effort by Ty Jackson. Oh, he made the play. Holy moly. Then has to clean up his spike. Good fight there with 2 strikes from Taj. Foul ball not caught by the fans. Slow tapper. Cox between the legs, over to first in time with the trick play to boot. And out number 1 for the Chris Monster.
Each of the last 4 outs for the Savannah Bananas have been trick plays. Ryan Cox with his 2nd of the night, and really impressive as whether the ball has been on the ground or in the air, this defense has flashed the leather.
Swing and a miss from Brett Carson. Two for 3 on the night so far. Holding down the cleanup spot behind 0-2. High strike. And this one flipped out to right. Long run for Robert Anthony Cruz. Thought about the backflip. Wasn't going to be able to make it happen. But a nice snag nonetheless on the run. For out number 2. Zach Watson, the last hope for the Texas Tailgaters. He's been one of their best so far. Looking to get off the schneid tonight, 0 for 3. 2 balls and no strikes. Battle between former minor leaguers. Everybody on their feet here in Cincy. Chance for the fans to win the game for the Bananas. It does not happen. The 2-1. That is a sword. Fastball, not what Watson was looking for. Tailgaters down to their final strike. Great American Ballpark is bumping. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Austin Krasminski slams the door. A 1-2-3 top of the 9th. And the Nanners handle the Texas Tailgaters. A 5-2 victory in the first ever battle between these 2 teams.
Another convincing win for the Savannah Bananas. 5 points in the ball game, 12 trick plays against the Texas Tailgaters. And once again, it is elite pitching that guides them to this victory as they improve to 5-0 against teams that don't wear black and pink.
And the Nanners, victors in 6 out of their last 7 games. They have pulled within 1 of getting back to 500. They are now 19-20 on the year as the Tailgaters fall to 1-5. And we'll look for revenge tomorrow night, right back here in the home of the Cincinnati Reds. Sam Bauman's going to grab our showman of the night as soon as he can, with the Bananas finishing their victory boogie. And Sam is on the hunt for the home state kid. We'll get it down to SB.
Hey, Vico Josh, our showman of the night, the Ohio boy, KJ Jackson. KJ, what is it about playing back here in the Buckeye State that just brought out the best in you?
I'm so fortunate to even be able to play in Ohio, but it's really the guys behind me that have given me all the support, all the love, and I feel it the most on the field, especially in my hometown where I get to live out these dreams, but it's because of the guys behind me, and I'm so blessed to be here.
I saw you getting a big hug there on Sean Casey. Talk about the opportunity to share a clubhouse with a guy like that.
Well, first of all, he's one of my favorite players of all time, favorite humans of all time. I love him to death. That's one of my good friends. His son, Jake's been one of the best people in my life. And seeing him out here get a ball for a sprint, that's grit. And that's what we talk about. We love that. And that's what it's all about, team at-bats.
KJ, getting to be home, Father's Day around the corner, getting to play a little catch with your dad. You don't get to see Dad a lot, maybe. What did that mean, having him out here?
I'm looking at him right now. I was sad. I was tearing up, bro. It was just such a surreal moment to be able to like play with my dad on the field. That I always thought I was gonna go play in the MLB, but this is so much better. And he's out there with me. It was amazing.
KJ, finally, I just gotta say this. It seems like the girls love you. Is it the dancing? Is it the singing?
It's the baseball.
Pico, Josh, it's the baseball. It's our showman of the night, KJ Jackson. What a guy.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you for the time. Always fun to hear Kyle Jackson talk. That guy is a gamer. And as we look across the Ohio River at Newport, Kentucky, you get a look at the numbers to the Bananas' 5-2 victory tonight. An impressive win for the boys in yellow.
Well, Kyle Jackson was just talking to Sam about team at-bats. This was a team win, but Kyle Jackson really led the way, and it started early in the ball game. The walk-off double in the first inning to get the Bananas on the board, and from there was very solid when it came to his trick plays as well, and even the entertainment. We saw him doing quite the mashup with Ty Jackson after they scored a run. Of course, drove in D.R. Meadows early in the ball game, whipped out a professor, and then also came away with a pretty sweet behind-the-back snag at third base.
And Kyle Jackson is turning into a superstar right in front of our eyes. Boy, how much fun it has been to watch. Second best batting average on the Bananas, leading the tour, coming into tonight with his .511 on base percentage, video game numbers, as we welcome you back inside the booth with Josh Dolevsky, Biko Scala, and KJ, unsurprisingly, is the showman of the game in his home state, because he's a guy who has risen to the moment every time he has gotten the bright lights on him this year.
Yeah, he has been a really gritty competitor for the Savannah Bananas. And again, I just continue to think back to what he just said with Sam, grinding out team at-bats. He's not focused on himself first. He wants whatever is best for this Savannah Bananas club, and that's a key reason why they continue to put him into the starting lineup night in and night out. And not only that, but a guy batting in the 2-hole.
We'll see if the Tailgaters can bounce back tomorrow night. As you mentioned, I think the key, Josh, was that you have this Tailgater squad, big bugaboo against the Party Animals when they went 1-4 against the Party Animals across Albuquerque and Reno, was the ball four sprints from the pitching staff. The glaring number is the sprints allowed compared to the lack of strikeouts earned.
They entered tonight with 3 more sprints allowed than strikeouts generated, and that ratio was 7 sprints, 0 strikeouts against the Savannah Bananas. That's really what buried them in this ball game, and it was one of those rare moments, at least early on in this tour, where we saw the Tailgaters unable to score multiple runs in the top half of the inning to try and secure some kind of pad for themselves. So that also made things very difficult. But we got some historic stuff tonight as, again, we saw a new fan-caught foul ball record. 5 fans coming away with catches in tonight's ball game.
Cincinnati, you stand alone at the top of the foul out to fan mountain. Atlanta, Miami, Kansas City, eat your hearts out. You're in second place now. We'll see if the folks here, another full capacity crowd of over 42,000, have purchased tickets to tomorrow night's game. We'll see if they can one-up the wonderful crowd we had here tonight. We will kick things off, pregame action bonus when it comes to that, 6:30 p.m. Eastern with the pregame tomorrow. And once again, the Party Animals and Firefighters will be battling at the exact same time. So if you've got multiple screens, get both games going, because it's so fun to have so much banana ball at our fingertips right now. A big shout out to our incredible crew when it comes to BTV, our executive producer Yvonne Trezak, and all of our camera operators here in Cincinnati, and Mr. Keegan Woods. Directing it all from Savannah, Georgia, our wonderful crew in the control room down there. For SB and Brett Loftus down on the field, Josh Talevsky up here in the booth, Biko Scala saying so long for now. We will see you tomorrow night as the Tailgaters look for revenge and the Bananas look for a sweep. Until then, we will see you later! Who called my phone?